Welcome to Tater Time with Big Al and the Tater. Your host, Mr. Caleb Strickland.
Welcome to week 8 of Tater Time.
Wait a minute, let me stop it right there. All right, guys, let me just tell you something. I'm pissed off right now. And this is about the Penn State game this past weekend. I mean, come on, guys. We told you the formula you needed to do to win this game, and you didn't even listen to us. Okay, we started the game. You give the ball to KJ Hamler a couple times. He scores a touchdown, helps you out. Your running back is actually doing better than we thought he would, and you don't give him the ball enough. What is that? He has 162 yards rushing and 17 carries, and you don't give him the ball any more than that. Trace McSorley let us down this week, falling down on 4th and 4, and then not to mention late in the game, 3rd down, we're going to run out of bounds. Unacceptable. Are you kidding me? I mean, you go 3 of 14 on 3rd down. How do you expect to win a game playing like that? Just garbage. Don't understand.
All right, Tater Tots. That's the Tater Rant of the week.
Don't
Right
understand.
now we move to the home state, but the east side of the state, the Auburn Tigers, where Gus Malzahn is playing for a buyout, hoping for that 36 mil. But seriously, what's going on with the Tigers? I mean, is it salvageable? Will they, suppose we come into the year talking about a national championship contender, elite defense, elite offense. Gus Malzahn is a savant when it comes to offense. Does that Auburn come back to the field, or do we see more of the same?
I really don't know. I lost a lot of faith
From
in
your
Auburn.
sports commentator, I do not know.
Okay. Well, honestly.
We pay you for opinions.
Honestly, didn't see this going this way. I did not see them losing to Tennessee. Definitely didn't see this coming. The wheels are coming off. I don't have any trust in Auburn, and I don't know if they can even pull out a win at Oxford. As bad as Ole Miss's defense is, I don't know if they can even pull a win out over there. Because I think what Auburn's going to come in trouble with is Ole Miss throwing the ball. I mean, they've not been able to really stop a whole lot of folks. I mean, when you let Tennessee throw on you like they did Saturday, I don't have any faith in you, so I'm going to go with the Rebels.
Yikes!
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically it's that time of year where you get your Gus Bus jokes ready. You know,
The
they're
Korean-
zinging around left and right.
Look, I'm off. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was never on,
Yeah.
but at this point, I feel like the wheels in the
He's on
entire
blocks.
cab is like.
Well, I just wonder if the family's still all in, or if they're even a family, or they broke up
Man,
already.
So you're saying
you're throwing shade on the family?
You're saying
I
the
mean,
dad,
you can throw shade on Gus, but
you might
you don't mess with the family,
I don't
bro.
know. I'm just saying.
You don't
like,
mess with the
I'm saying,
family, bro.
hey,
They're coming after
hey,
you.
I'm just saying.
AJ's sending dad to the Econo Lodge over here.
I'm just saying.
Mom's overstaying with
Yeah.
the aunt.
Yeah, it does seem a little different this year, I will say, as far as the hatred for Gus. Obviously, you lose one to Mississippi State, who you beat pretty handily last year, and then lose to Tennessee. You can't lose to Tennessee.
No,
Tennessee
especially
hasn't
now.
beaten them in this millennium.
Right.
I mean, that just can't happen as bad as Tennessee's been.
Clinton was still in the White House.
Yeah,
Clinton was still
Yeah,
in the
Billy
White
C.
House.
Billy C.
99?
Yeah.
All right.
So
Just-
it's
you're
one of those
entertaining?
it cannot happen type losses. Last year the Pitchforks were out. They are currently at his house shaking the fence at this point. They lose this week, and they might be going in and getting him out.
So the Rumble and the official sportscasters world, sorry guys, that's not including us, is that the cash is not the problem with Gus. Do you think that really is? I mean, do you think the Auburn Nation?
I don't know the ins and outs as far as the financial stuff goes, but what I do know is that college football is a Goliath, especially in this state, especially over there in Auburn.
So Jimmy Raines.
So yes, I think that they
Jimmy
will come
Raines
up with
writes a
this
check.
money. Yes, and like I said, there's just too many negatives. There's not really a whole lot of positives on Gus's side right now. And really, if you look back in history, he has some W's and some fantastical wins behind his name, but when you break it down, I'm never really bought in.
So this week, what do you got? Ole Miss or Auburn?
I'm still going Auburn. I got to. I know Ole Miss's offense is pretty darn good. The number 6 in the country.
This is where tailgating originated, though.
Oh, is it? Yeah, that's
what they say.
Yeah. But I mean, it's down to like 3.5, I think, which is still just crazy to me. But I'm going Auburn to cover.
All right, you've heard it here.
We'll see.
All right, moving over to our ACC brethren, the Wolfpack versus the Tigers. So NC State looked pretty good in this game last year. 16.5 point, underdog this year. Is it going to be a good game, close game, or is this just going to be another Clemson stroll?
Well, I took this game last year, and I took the Wolfpack, and they let me down last year. And I don't think I'm making the same mistake 2 years in a row.
Good.
So I'm going Clemson, and I'm saying maybe 17 points by Clemson.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah. Well, you hear the allure
Again,
because it's
get a little
two
extra.
undefeated teams.
Yeah.
But then when you pull up NC State's schedule, they have literally played no one. Their best win is against Virginia. Yeah, I don't think Vegas is buying it either because it's up to actually 17.5 now.
Yikes.
Clemson had a big win last week, looked good against Wake Forest. I'm going Clemson. I'll say they'll cover.
Ooh, okay. Very confident.
And now, a special Tater Time on location report from the reporter.
Thanks, Caldo. I spoke to a Tennessee graduate assistant earlier, and despite the embarrassing loss the Vols handed the Auburn Tigers last Saturday, the Vols will be starting a quarterback that hasn't had much playing time this season. Peyton Manning will have to dress out in order for the offense to have a chance at getting anything going against the number 1 ranked team in the country. Even first-year head coach Jeremy Pruitt is going to be ready to go in for a few downs at defensive back in the hopes of stopping Tua's Heisman-caliber performance thus far. I've been coming to Knoxville for this game for 10 years now, and the Volunteer fans have an extraordinary excitement that is near fever pitch. That's right. The city of Knoxville is an utter pandemonium ahead of the matchup. The Volunteers are running around in their road construction orange yelling that this will be the first time a former assistant bests the master. However, I must disclose that they followed it up by butt-chugging their homemade moonshine. Tater, does corn whiskey come out whole too? Coming to you from the hillbilly hills of the SEC, I'm the reporter.
Big Oops.
All right, moving to one of the oldest Alabama rivalries, Alabama-Tennessee. This has obviously not been a relevant game for several years, just like we were talking about earlier. Haven't beat Auburn since '99. I mean,
Little fun fact for you before we get into
Okay.
this. This is one of the teams that Saban has not lost to since he's been in Alabama. The other team is Arkansas.
yikes.
Impressive.
Wow. Somebody did their homework. So, but I mean, let's be serious. A Tennessee win is not likely. It's a long shot. But can Bama seriously keep this pace? They've been so dominant. They have been, everything's just been so good, especially with Tua's knee, and this is going to be an incredibly emotional game. Can they continue? I mean, the spread is, again, huge, 29 points. Can they maintain?
I'll touch on all that, but we first got to address this Phil Fulmer video that was floating
Go to
around
the
the
tape!
internet.
It goes, we don't give a damn.
Did you guys hear that? Seriously, is that the worst chant that's ever been made?
Look, I don't care if you're an
I-
Auburn
I don't
fan. You
know.
should be cheering for Bama this week.
I don't know if that's smart on their end anyway, because this is gonna be played at practice all week.
Right,
long.
this is
Oh,
material for Saban and the team to get up for this
Thanks,
game.
Fulmer. Thank you.
You look like an idiot.
Thanks.
Let's just say that. You're a potty mouth. Just kidding. We can't really say anything, but at least Rammer Jammer rhymes and has some sort of cadence to
We
it. You
did
know.
just get back
Yeah.
to Dixieland Delight.
Yeah.
I was
And
just
it
kidding
will
about
not
that.
last.
You know, that's college kids. You know. they're gonna do their own thing. But the Tua thing with his knee, does it worry me? Heck yes, it worries me. It worries the heck out of me. Just because when he came out of the game last week, it was just such a little minor play, a slide. He didn't even take a hit.
Yeah.
And comes up, looked like he tweaked it again. You just, of course, your fears are he's going to take a wrong step and
Right.
tear his ACL. Thank God
Right.
it's not on his plant leg, but still, I mean, in my mind, I would like to see him not play in this game
Yeah.
and rest him for LSU. Now, all of that being said, 29 points, that's a pretty big spread, especially in a rivalry game. Tennessee's going to be having coming off a big win. They're going to be having some confidence. It's going to be nice or interesting to see Pruitt going up against Saban, the master. So, I can look for it to be competitive maybe for a little bit at the beginning, but every time I say that, Alabama comes out and proves me wrong. Anyway, I'm going with Tennessee to cover this 29 points because I don't know that we see a whole lot of Tua.
So cover but not win. So.
Yeah. Not to win. Bama will win, but not cover.
All right. So Kyle touched on it a little bit. This is going to be the next Saban alum that we play. Does the trend continue where no one can beat the old Papa Bear, or does Saban lose?
I definitely don't think Saban loses, and I'm a little worried about the Tua injury and even Henry Ruggs and Devontae Smith. We didn't talk
How
about.
about that? Anyway.
And the Henry Ruggs one, a little dirty, Missouri.
Very dirty.
Don't appreciate
Stingray.
that. Don't appreciate that. But honestly, like Kyle said, I would love to see us sit Tua, Ruggs, and Devontae. Devontae's probably not going to play at all, so that's not going
just
to be
going
a
to sit
question.
the whole team.
I'm not sitting the whole team.
Let's
but
go
I
ahead
think-
and start the second string.
No,
Gotta have 11.
I think those three guys personally should sit out and rest up for LSU because I think we're going to need all three of those guys. And
You're just overlooking Tennessee.
no, I'm not overlooking Tennessee. I
Overlook
honestly-
Overlookage.
No, not overlooking Tennessee. And to be honest with you, until that video hit, I didn't think anything of it. But I think Bama makes a point this Saturday,
Yes.
and I think they do cover the spread.
Well,
I think they put it on Tennessee.
Tennessee's been trying to scrub this
Yeah.
thing from the internet, so
I'm
you got to
just,
look a little
I'm
bit.
just saying, I think Saban's going to be like, hey, guys, this is what they think of our state, and this is what they think of you. So I think the
And it's
team...
Phil Fulmer.
Yeah, I think the team's going to react to it, and I think some of those seniors like Damian Harris, they're going to want the ball, and I hope Alabama just pounds the ball all Saturday down Tennessee's throat until they can't take it
Yeah,
anymore.
I picture the players getting a little lesson in the background behind Phil Fulmer this week. A lot of those guys are probably too young to remember, Phil and his possum ways. But I think they got informed this week.
So AJ would say, let's go ahead and make the line 40 and get me a cigar while we're at it.
Yeah, let's go
So-
for it.
He's got his cigars bought up.
All right. Moving on to our last game, probably one of the biggest games in the SEC this week, Mississippi State versus LSU. LSU's coming off of a huge win last week against Georgia. No one, I feel confident saying no one expected Coach O to win this game. But
Not
now,
like that. Mm-mm.
but now he goes up against Mississippi State. Now, I feel like LSU should win this game. I do think LSU is the truth. I think, we've been talking about that for a few weeks, that they are a good team. But is LSU maybe going to look ahead to Alabama, or do you think they get the job done here?
Yeah, I think you could see some possible overlookage on Mississippi or on LSU's part. It is going to be a night game in Baton Rouge.
AJ does not
So-
agree.
So, it's going to be a tough environment for Mississippi State, period. But LSU, like I said, I brought up Burrows earlier, the quarterback for LSU. He's just one of those doesn't give up type guys. So even if they get in a dogfight, I don't think they're gonna run away and hide or anything like that. I know it's only 6 points, but I think LSU wins pretty comfortable here.
All right, AJ does as well. I can already tell you he's already called you out on the overlookage.
Yeah.
So AJ, go
Well-
ahead and lay out your argument, sir.
Well, I'm just going to put this out there. The Tigers already got the dogs that are better
Whoa.
last week. So I
So you
don't...
putting Mississippi State on blast.
Yeah, I am. I mean, for one, Georgia has a way better backfield than Mississippi State has. They have Fitzgerald. That's all they have.
Come on. Harris
Come
Williams
on.
is good.
He's
He's a
not
good runner
okay. He's not Swift or Holyfield.
No.
He's neither one of those guys.
Well, he's not a boxer, obviously.
Okay, well, he's not a boxer's son anyway. But I think Mississippi State's gonna get boxed around in this game because LSU's
Whoa!
defense is
Wordplay.
really good, and they're gonna beat up Fitzgerald, and the Dogs are gonna be whining back home to Starkville. Even it's not too far away, but they're gonna be whining back home.
Call animal control.
Whoa!
And I don't
somebody's
think
beating
I don't
dogs.
think this is gonna be
Beating the
close. I don't think it's gonna be close.
Moving on to our Stone Cold Upsets of the Week. I have got 50 state quarters that I am putting on as my life savings onto the games these fellas bring. AJ, what's your Stone Cold lock of the upset of the week?
Okay, well, trying to go off the momentum from the Oregon Ducks upsetting the Washington Huskies last week,
Solid pick.
I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm probably out on a limb by myself after the performance Vanderbilt had against Florida. I'm taking the Doors to upset the Wildcats in Kentucky Saturday
Yeah.
night.
He's back,
Anchor
Vandy.
down, baby.
Yeah.
Vandy going to the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, well, my upset special of the week that you can bet your house on, one that everybody's going to be watching fervently, I know, going Tulsa, the Golden Hurricanes over Arkansas.
Really?
And yes, the Tulsa Golden
The
Hurricanes.
Golden Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Aren't
In the
they
middle of
Tulsa?
in the middle of the country.
Yeah.
Oklahoma?
Yeah, your mascot doesn't make too much sense there, guys.
Why are you not Tornadoes?
Why are they
The
golden?
Tulsa Tornadoes even sounds
Tulsa-
better. I don't
Tulsa-
think we want to know why they're the
The
Golden
Tu- oh,
Hurricanes.
yeah,
Or the
the
Tulsa,
Tulsa
Twisters.
Tornadoes.
Either one.
Look,
Tulsa
Right.
Twisters?
Yeah.
Ooh, the Tulsa Twisters. Run that up the flagpole, please. Tulsa Twisters. But
But I'm picking you.
so we got anchored down over here with the Tater, and we got the
Golden
Golden
Hurricanes.
Hurricanes with Kyle. All right, make sure to get back with us next week. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we'd love to talk to you.
Arkansas, don't let this be true. Please beat Tulsa.
What? What? Don't call Kyle's pick out.
I'm not
Bet your
calling
house.
Kyle's.